IELTS listening. Form, note, table, flowchart, completion. Hi, my name is Michelle, and in this video, I'm going to give you an overview of the IELTS listening, form, note, table, flowchart, completion task. To begin with, I'll describe the task to you before going through a simple method, and then I'll hand over to you for a little practice exercise. Description. During this task, you might be given a partially completed table, a flowchart, a type of form, or some sort of notes. But regardless of which version you get, the main features of this task remain the same. Let's get started by seeing what the different listening completion tasks look like. Form completion. The first completion task type we'll look at is the form, which looks something like this. Note completion. Next is the note completion task, and this looks something like this. Table completion. The table completion task looks like this, and it's used to test your ability to categorize information. In other words, this means listening for specific information that must be organized in a particular fashion. Flowchart completion. The flowchart completion task looks like this. This task focuses on summarizing a process. For example, as you see here, the image has clear steps or stages with a direction indicated by arrows. One clue we have is that the arrows show a connection between ideas, and they also provide a guide to the sequence of answers you must follow. Method. To begin with, it's important that you look at the instructions, as these tell you how many words and/or numbers you can use. Our example here tells us that we can use no more than 2 words and/or a number. This means some answers will only be 1 word, whereas others might be 2 words. Some might be a number, 1 word and a number, or 2 words and a number. It's also important that you focus on the image, because the image also contains helpful clues. Let's look at some of the clues in the form completion task. So in this example, we know that number 1 is going to be a family name. How do we know this? Well, the clue is the word name and the first name, Justine. This means we know we're listening out for a last name. Most of the time, the speaker will spell the name, so listen carefully. Remember, names must be spelled with a capital letter first. The second clue is contact phone number, so you know you'll be listening for a number. Number 3 is going to be part of an email address, and number 4 is occupation, so you'll be listening out for the name of a profession. And finally, with number 5, the clue is in the label type of accommodation. You need to complete the blank, must have its own, so you know it's going to be something to do with a home. For this task, the answers in the audio will be in the same order as the numbers in the form. So the answer to number 1 will be spoken first. This will be followed by the answer to number 2, and so on. Practice. Now that we've gone through the method, let's give it a go. We'll do 1, 2, and 3 together. Listen to the audio and answer numbers 1, 2, and 3.
Riverside Rentals. Hugh Fraser, how can I help you?
Oh, hello. I'm calling from New Zealand. My family's moving to Australia early in the new year, and we're hoping to find somewhere to rent in Riverside for the first 6 months while we settle in.
Right, I see. Well, let's get your details.
Yes, my name's Justine Burke.
With or without an O?
Burke. B-U-R-K-E.
Okay, Justine. And can I have a phone number? The best number to get you on?
Well, that will probably be my home number, so 001164 for New Zealand, then 2335 4988. Again, 001164 2335 4988.
All right, and an email address, please, so we can send out all the information and forms.
I think that it is best to use my husband's email. He's always in front of his computer, so he can print out what you send him and get back sooner than I could. It's dylan@carsales.co.nz. I'll spell out the company name for you. That's CARSALES.
Great, and we have a question here about occupation.
How did you go? Let's go through the answers together. Answer number 1 is Burke. Answer number 2 is 2335 4988. And answer number 3 is car sales. Tips. Remember, any names of people or places should be capitalized, just like Justine Burke. As I mentioned earlier, the speaker will usually spell the name for you, so listen carefully as the spelling must be correct to get the answer correct. Numbers can be written with or without a space, for example, 2335 space 4988, or 2335 4988 without a space. Now that we've covered what you need to know, I'll hand over to you, so make sure you practice and complete the course exercises. See you next time.